everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're here today. Today is Monday, February 26th. I don't know where the year is going, but we are almost at the end of February already. And we are experiencing some beautiful weather here in Michigan. We are supposed to be almost, I think still almost 70 tomorrow, which in Michigan in February, that's really not our normal weather. But I'm not complaining right now. I'm going to embrace it. And it kind of looks like maybe this warm weather's here to stay right now. I think we've only got one more 30-degree day coming up here in the next 10 days. And then we're in the 50s most of the time. So I don't know what the rest of the spring's going to look like, but it looks like it's coming in early. Today I am hopping on to talk about spinning Angora, which I do quite often, but this is a different technique that I don't think I've ever filmed. And honestly, it's not something that I do on a regular basis. And that technique is actually spinning directly from a rabbit. To me, and everyone's going to have their opinion about this, to me this is going to be more of a novelty thing than anything. I don't feel like it's practical in some ways. And maybe there's somebody out there, if you do this on a regular basis, chime in and let me know down in the comments why you do that. What do you find and what technique do you use? I am just kind of going off from things I've seen in the past. And again, this isn't something I do on a regular basis. I've only done it a handful of times, but I did want to show a video of it just so that you are aware that you can do this. Sort of unique to Angora rabbits, because when you think of getting wool off sheep or goats or alpacas or any of the bigger animals, you are going to be shearing them. Either you're going to be doing it or you're going to hire someone to do it. With an Angora rabbit, that dynamic changes a bit because you don't really need any special tools beyond a comb or a brush. This is the one that I use. You guys have seen this plenty of my videos. This is my favorite one. And actually with Angora rabbits, you can also pluck them. And that is a very gentle process that you do when the rabbit is molting their fiber, which happens on a regular basis for all of the Angoras. So we are going to talk about that a little bit today. This isn't going to be a real long video. I just want to show you that you can do this. I just wanted to show you that you can do this and just kind of show you a little bit how I think you go about doing it. Again, I've only seen it on videos. I've never seen anyone do it at like a fair or anything like that. And so I have with me today, this is Flynn. He is, oh, it's okay, buddy. He is my English Angora. And he is a red Angora. So that's another thing I wanted to show you today. When I talk about my red Angoras, this is actually what they look like. And so he has some very beautiful fiber. I'm super impressed with his English coat. A lot of times English mat much more easy than the French do. They don't have as many guard hairs. They have very few guard hairs, if any, compared to a French Angora. And he has just some really beautiful fiber. That's kind of why I chose him today. Hopefully he cooperates. I've never done this on him, so we shall see. But I've just been sitting here kind of trimming around he had a few mats around his face, and he had just a couple up. You can see I've been trimming his feet, and in between his ears he had a couple of mats here. So I've been doing that, and he is actually my red Angora Scarlet is actually bred with Flynn right now, and I expect a batch of babies here coming in the next couple weeks is what I'm hoping for. And so I'll be posting about that more because these babies will be for sale. I am hopeful that I get at least a few red Angoras that I can sell. That is my plan right now. And I will probably, once they're born and I see what I have, I'll probably send out an email just to let you know that I have what I have for sale, and that if you want to get your name put on one, I'll be doing that. So, but that'll be in a few weeks here. We'll see how this goes. I'm pretty sure that she got bred. It was pretty positive when it happened, and so I am hopeful. And someone here on the channel had also asked if I was going to breed my French Angoras. I do have intentions of breeding them possibly yet this week. And so I will be doing that. And the two that I will be breeding are both also pedigreed French Angoras. So I will have those a few weeks after that, but I'll let you know for sure here or on Instagram. So yeah, so if you don't follow me in all those places, do so, because that's where I keep you updated on a lot of my stuff. And also, you can, if you go to my website, which is tailspinfarm.com, there's a little pop-up that comes up if you want to get subscribed to my newsletter. I send out things when I do stuff or when I'm having things coming up. When I have new products on the website, in the shop, I will let you know of that too. So as usual, Willow is here with us today. She's sitting here watching me work with Flynn. So I am going to attempt this. Again, I am not, I think this is much more of a novelty thing to me. This is not something I would do on a regular basis. As I'm sitting here, I am finding out that this is a great way to make thread yarn, or very thin yarn, because that's essentially what you can't get a lot from this by doing this. It comes off in a very thin thread-like ply. So I'm going to shift the camera just a little bit here to see if I can get you to see what I'm doing, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I've got you shifted down. I have my Spinolution Echo here. Let me shift just a little bit to see. There we go. My Spinolution Echo. I was going to pull up my Polywog, but the Polywog is really a small wheel, and I felt like the bobbin, I wanted a little bit more at my lap where the rabbit is. As you can see, I have some fiber that I've been spinning off from him. When you are doing plucking your rabbit, what you're gonna find that you do is you kind of you angle the fiber and with one hand, and then you kind of pluck with the other. And there's really no good word to use. You don't pull the hair. You don't even pluck isn't a great word, but it's the only word that really makes sense. And you're not yanking it out, you're not ripping it out, you're just gently plucking it. And so that's kind of what the technique I'm using here. I'm a little bit distance away, and I am just kind of angling the fiber and kind of spinning as I go along. And I may have let that go. You have to be really cautious not to let it go, not to let the spin go too far into your bunny. There we go. Too deep into the fiber length. That's why I'm trying to sit back here just a little bit. And all you're really doing is you're going pretty slow on your wheel also. And you're just kind of you're drafting the same way, except for you're just very slowly spinning as you pluck the fiber and doing it that way. And that's all I'm doing really. I'm trying not to let the spin go too far into the length of his fiber, because then you kind of get it where you're not going to get any more fiber. So I am just sort of running along, back and forth along his fiber here as I'm plucking. Oop, I don't want your ear in there, buddy. And this might be a solution. I know a lot of people ask, how do you get your rabbit to sit when you're grooming them? A lot of times when I have a rabbit that is very active, he's been a really good groomer for me. But if you have a rabbit that's overly active when you're grooming them, this might be something to try. I don't know if they'll sit for you. There, I got a little too far, got a little too loose on my spin there. So, whoops. And you want to make sure too that you're not, let me just show you. That's some of it that I spun. But you want to get enough spin into it that it's not breaking either, because then you just don't have great yarn. And so that's another thing you have to watch. Again, this isn't a choice that I think I would make with my rabbits. And I'm sure that if I did this on a regular basis, I could get better and better at it. I don't know if to me, it's not. I enjoy the spinning because it's very relaxing, and I like to just the process of it. Hopefully you guys can see that. This would kind of stress me out a little bit, I think. It's not as relaxing because you're wanting to make sure that you're not pulling from the rabbit. I have a nice piece right here that I am just spinning from, and I am drafting the same way that you would add fiber to the end of your yarn that you're spinning. You're just gonna get it and do it that way. I'm gonna actually kind of got this going here. I'm gonna move you a little bit closer too. I wanted to show you how I sat. I'm gonna try to move you a little bit closer and put you on over top of it here just so you can see it a little bit better. So hold on just a second. Okay guys, I think this is probably the best angle I'm going to get, and I'm kind of kittywampus here too. I've talked about that before, trying to get good spinning videos so you guys can see what I'm doing and yet still be able to do it is sometimes difficult, and this is one of those things. But you can see I'm not even really pulling, and this is going to be a very thin yarn, which I guess if you wanted to achieve that look, this would be a great way to go about doing this. This makes a very thin yarn. So there's that. But I am just, to get it going, I'm spinning clockwise, and I'm grabbing right here, and then I'm just gently spinning. You can see it's just kind of happening. Again, this isn't relaxing to me, but if I am certain that if I sat here and did this more often, it would be something that I could get much better at. And so yeah, I wanted to show you that just because it was one of those things I thought of this morning that I've never shown on a video. I don't think I've never done it. So I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you Flynn and what a red Angora looks like. And so I hope this video was helpful. And if you have any questions, put them down below. For me, this isn't something I would do on a regular basis, but this might be something that you want to master in your spinning repertoire, is how to spin directly from the rabbit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you don't already, please subscribe to my channel. I do 2 videos a week right now, and have lots of information with fiber animals and especially Angora rabbits. And so I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you get to create something today. Bye.